Hello, this is Becoming Dr. TJ, and I'm here to give you some tips on the ADA AADSAS application, which is basically the dental school application. So here we go. So here we have the main menu of the application. Here you have personal information, academic history, supporting information, and program materials, but we're going to dive into the personal information first. So this is personal information. We have a lot of topics, but today we're just going to focus on three. The first being environmental factors. So I brought your attention to this section of it because this section is important for people who are looking to get financial assistance for being a disadvantaged student. And as you can see, they ask about your family situation, your high school situation, and it allows you to tell them why you claim to be a disadvantaged student in a short response. So, if you feel like in any way you might be a disadvantaged student or you're definitely going to need financial assistance, definitely fill out this section. So, do not overlook it. Like, although it's not mandatory, you should fill it out. So, the second section of the personal information I want to point out is race and ethnicity. And if you look under race, you will see that it states, please select one or more of the following groups in which you consider yourself to be a member. It says that you consider yourself to be a member of. And if you are of mixed race, message me on my page as I have a tip specifically for you. So, other information is the third and final section of the personal information that I would like to talk about. And the reason being is that the manual dexterity section is important as this is a section that they will bring up in many interviews. The dental schools think that there is a relation between manual dexterity and hand skills in dentistry, but personally, I disagree. However, I am not on the admissions process, so I played along. I put that I was a parachute rigger in the Army and that I had to patch together holes in parachutes. I also stated that I had to tie various knots. And to add on to this section, I put that I played many intramural sports. So they just want to see you doing something with your hands and promote yourself. Do not think of anything and everything. Okay, so now we are back on the main application page and we're going to the second part, which is academic history, then transcript entry. So I'm going to click on one of my transcripts and I'll show you an example. So this section is important because one error in a course code or course title, credits, or grade can postpone your application for a few weeks. So they give you an option to pay a fee to have professionals place your transcript grades in for you, or you can do it yourself and save money. Personally, I recommend entering all of your classes on your own and save money. I mean, that's what I did. It took me like an hour max. However, I did have a total of 5 transcripts. So for you, it will even take a shorter amount of time. They wanted to charge me $95 for what I did in the hour, so I don't think it's worth it. All you have to do is just double check yourself and you will be fine. And I had no issues. Now, a tip that I would recommend is to have all of your transcripts together before the application opens, so then that way you don't have to go searching everywhere for your grades. So now we are moving into our final section, which is the supporting information, and I want to first go to evaluations. This is where your letter of recommendations will go. Please listen carefully to what I'm about to say. If you can, have a list of dental schools you plan on applying to this cycle. Then for each of the schools, look at what type of recommendations you need. I know for one school, I needed a letter from a chemistry professor, a biology professor, and a dentist. Another school required 2 professors from your major and 2 dentists. Once a letter of recommendation is submitted, it cannot be edited or deleted. I wanted to apply to Harvard, however, I had already put in my 4 letters of recommendation into the application, and only one was from a dentist, therefore, I could not apply. So the next 2 sections are experiences and achievements. I'm just going to combine them together and talk about them. So I know many people are humble, but in this section, you need to promote yourself and be proud of what you have achieved or done in life. You can star your most important experiences and achievements that will show up first on the application. For my experiences, I starred like my shadowing hours, my employment with the U.S. Army. But don't star them all though, because if you star them all, obviously nothing will stand out. And then for my achievement, I starred my Army certificate and an academic award that I had received. So this is the most important thing in the application. So please pay attention if you haven't been paying attention. Um, so the personal statement. This is the thing that can make you stand out from all other applicants. There are many tips on how to write a personal statement, but I'm just going to tell you the tips I did. My story was about wanting to help other people, specifically underserved populations. I made sure to tie in an emotional role in the story that would bring up an emotional response whenever my story was read. Also, my final tip is to have many people look over it. I think I had a total of 10 people look over mine every time I edited it in some way that made it better. If you want to see examples of personal statements, I have a few from other students who have gotten in, and I have my own. Please just message me. This pretty much ends the video. I mean, we have gone through the most important parts and the things you should think about or get together before you start this application. I do wish everyone the best, and I hope you really found this video helpful and that you will follow my page at Becoming Dr. TJ on Facebook, as it would mean a lot, and to also subscribe to my YouTube channel, Becoming Dr. TJ. And as of that, I'm going to sign out. Thank you for watching.